here is the full video of that woman that ended her marriage. Okay, he was married to a eastern part of Nigeria, one guy from eastern part of Nigeria, and one thing led to the another. So they bought landed property, and it was with the guy's name. How they manipulated her, different things she said in this video. This one will make ladies to learn. We should learn. Many of you now go marry, now come make one kind of mistake. Why some of you is not your fault. Guys, watch the video and I believe you will learn a lot. You see why some ladies refuse to stay in such marriages. You know where they say men are polygamous in nature, men are this, men are women should be loyal. You see why it could be some ladies know they stay such marriages. Guys, watch the video.
For me, it's a mixed feeling because I never thought going into marriage it's going to end today, and it was never my making. I really tried to build my home, hold my home, but it's unfortunate that, like they say, it takes two to tango. This is a very perfect opportunity for me to clear my name because they spared my name, they've tarnished my image over the last 3 years. Now, it might interest you to know that I endured bigamy for 2 years. I endured adultery for over 9 years. Under the same roof we were, he got married to somebody from his tribe, and everybody expected me to stay. In fact, I endured in the house for 2 solid years. This man never ate my food. For 2 solid years, we never lay on the same bed. But I would get up in the morning and still brace up. And it got to a point I said this was becoming too much. And what will interest you is this. The whole family teamed up with him, went to the east, got an Igbo woman for him. As I speak to you, they have 2 children together. And I said I cannot continue. I have to go to the courts. In 2018, this man defrauded Intercontinental Distillers, makers of Chelsea and the other drinks. Without knowing what he did with the money, he was arrested. I was caught. As a matter of fact, the day he was about to be caught, I was in the hospital. I just gave birth to my daughter through CS. He came that evening and he said people were running after him, they were chasing him, and I said, chasing you for what? He said he's going to call me to give me the information. I said okay. He called me and told me that, oh, he has some things in his company he's owing. I said, if you are owing your company, let's go and meet them and sort it out. It's something you can pay. He said he can't go alone. I took excuse from my doctor that can I go even with the stitches I had bandage with me. He said yes. We drove there, not knowing that the company, their office at that time was at Slope. They arranged 2 policemen on plain clothes. Immediately we got there, they handcuffed him. They took him to state command. It was later I got to know that he had defrauded the company 44 million naira, that I didn't know what he did with the money. For the name not to tarnish, because my name at the time was Imbere, I said I told the company I was going to pay. Before I could raise the money, they remanded him to Oko. I still raised the money, signed the undertaking that I was going to pay the money. The company went to his warehouse and they removed all the goods that were there. They were able to recover 20 million naira from the goods. I paid 21,500,000 naira. They brought this guy from Oko. He was at home, he's not literate. I married him because of religion, nothing else. I said, what do you do now? The burden is too much for me to be caring for you, caring for your mother, your father, and my children. He said he doesn't know what else to do. That the only thing he can do now is to go to business. And this same company still, sir, please, you have to stay with me. And this same company said they cannot allow him to be distributor anymore because he has defrauded them. I said, okay, you know what you are going to do? Go to forestry. Go and meet those Igbo guys and ask them how they go about boutique business. He went there, he learned. I followed him to Onitsha market where we bought our first goods, 7 million. And then we continued like that. Do you know the shocking thing? Those same goods we bought were the same thing he was giving to his concubine and his girlfriends. Several times I caught him. Now, before we got married, I had a landed property. I bought in my father's name. One day, he told me that the father said he wants to come and check where we are developing this property, that he wants to just see the environment. I said, okay, you can come. We went there. Immediately father got there. I never knew it was a plan for me to discontinue that project. Immediately father got there. The father said, my daughter, you people cannot stay here. You see this tree that I'm seeing behind? Bad people used to use it at night. If you people build this house here, you cannot stay. And I told this useless husband of mine, I said, what do we do? He said we should sell the property. My ex-husband, that we should sell the property and buy plot elsewhere. I said, okay. I was in a maternity leave when I told him, we have our child now. We cannot continue to be raising children in a rented apartment. What do? He said we can get a land in Iyowa. I said how much? He said around 300 or 350. 2016, I gave him that money cash. He went, he bought the property. After some days, he came back and gave me the documents. The documents were in his name. And I said, how come you now go raise this thing in your name in Pidgin? He said, am I not your husband? Are we going to separate? Not knowing that they already planned this thing from Genesis, that this person is influential, you can make money through her. Thereafter, you dump her and go and marry from our place. That was the reason the father encouraged me to discontinue that project. Do you now know the shocking thing? When we came to this court, I told the court the honest truth. I said it's my property I bought, but I bought in my husband's name. Initially, he said it was his property. Later, he amended his petition, brought his mother with walking stick to this court one. And the mother said, my house that I built from scratch, that is her own property, not even the son. And now people told me, they brought all manner of forged documents. And people told me, you said go and forge documents. So that I said, no. I have a Bible-trained conscience. I will not go that route with them. If they came here with forged documents to claim the property, whatever the court says, so be it. So I didn't go the same route with them. I didn't forge any documents. Today, the house I bought, the house I built, because they are in his name, the court gave it to him that I couldn't prove it. The court has said it. But for me, Jehovah, the God I serve, is a righteous judge. Is the one that will see to everything that has happened in this matrimony that I try to keep for these years. I am happy that they said I should have my children. Do you know how wicked they are? For 3 years, they denied me access to my children. They said in their tradition in the East that the children belong to them. Not even 1 hour did they allow my children to stay with me. Not even on weekends, not even on holidays. But I'm happy. That is the profit, that is the gain from this marriage that has ended today. And to everybody who has been taking evil of me, that I couldn't keep my home, it wasn't my fault. I couldn't keep up and put up with bigamy that he was doing. He wanted me to be there and with the second wife, then raising the children together. And I said, I cannot do that. My mental health was at stake. I want to thank the Chief Judge of Edo State who has delivered this. Even though they've taken my property, I am happy I have my children, and I'm happy that this marriage has been dissolved. Thank you so very much, everyone.
I'm grateful to my Lord for the very scholarly appraisal of the issues that we brought before court, and substantially what we came to seek in court we are giving. So we are very grateful. Even though personally, like I said, I'm not happy that the marriage has failed because I was there when it was contracted, but for the safety and the sanity of both parties, justice has been done, and we are grateful to the court and to my Lord. Oh, I mean, it's well within their rights to appeal. You know, that's not a problem. But it's a judgment that even you as a layman will say that there's nothing to appeal about. You know, when a marriage is broken, it's broken down. There's nothing anybody can do about it. And the issue of custody, it's always been very traditional. You cannot deny children of tender age the love and care of their mother. And so we don't have, if the man loves the children, there's no need to appeal this man. Yes, we are very happy with the judgment. We got all that we wanted. Thank you.
To me, I'm satisfied with what has been delivered, to the extent too that the judgment also partly confirms our own position. The petitioner had asked for properties which were bought or acquired by the respondent and then some by his parents. Those reliefs by the petitioner were dismissed. And then, except for the issue of custody and then the dissolution of the marriage, which both parties in any case sought for dissolution of the marriage. And to us, we are satisfied with it because both the petitioner and the respondent sought for dissolution of the marriage between both of them. It's a judgment according to law, like I said. I'm satisfied, I'm fulfilled that we started this matter, though I came in midway in handling the matter, but I appreciated more what His Lordship, the Chief Judge, has said. The judgment was very, very detailed, and it is judgment according to law. In the execution of court judgment, there is always time provided for a law, whatever. But of course, my clients will also look at that head and then consider what to do about it, whether to proceed upstairs on that or not. Because my client said he paid those money, he refunded those money to the place he was working with before, the Distillers Nigeria Limited.
Thank God she's happy now. Anyway, she's with her kids. They restricted her from seeing her kids for 3 years. Her kids cannot even spend like 1 hour with her. Oh God. Because person suffer born no, now she carry for 9 months. Now I'm not saying men not see the during marriage, during pregnancy, men not see they pass through some one or kind thing. But men no pass as the 10% of the journey, they don't pass through them. Because of one case or the other, I said make mother no see pikin you can't deal my papa side, or you can't deal with papa. That part pay me, You see some kind of things that people bear in marriages. You will judge them because you don't know what people are carrying, what people are facing. A lot of people judge this woman and say, "Madam, marriage not the hungry. Come out, now make you come out. Marriage not the hungry." Now lie. Who no wants to marriage? Okay, who they mad? Who they right senses? We say, "I want marry, I don't want stay, but I want marry, I know we just stay." How it sound? Some people really they suffer to build up their home. They really want to stay inside that marriage, but one wahala to the other not make them stay the marriage. That's why when they blame person, I'm gonna blame the person small. In this kind of situation, they come manipulate you property where you don't buy for your partner name, manipulate you continue to your husband name. You see why some women will even get money, they want to support their husbands. They don't want to even buy any property for their husband. Then they don't even need something like joint. Let's do it joint account. Like this one get you, this one get you, cost of tomorrow. It's not a good thing. I'm not supporting people for doing that. Okay, I'm not supporting that idea. No, but you see this life that we are now. Man, person got prepare herself or himself. You get. Just imagine she lost millions where she gets. Imagine her starting from square one. Trying to person will get money. You know what it be? Another woman will call the reap where she knows so. So when you suffer for your home to build your home, another woman will come from nowhere that did not just suffer at all to come and be eating your sweat. It's painful. This is what May Edochie ran away from. May Edochie ran away from the same thing, this thing. At the end of the day, people started blaming her. This is what she ran away from. Such marriages, you'll be pushing people and say women don't want to stay in marriages. Women don't want to stay. Women don't want to stay. No, me, I'm not be fan of supporting women or women call they support. No, but me, I they talk as it be. Sometimes when you hear story of women, you say they pass through for their marriages, you go help them, they cry. You go help them, they cry. But thank God, all glory to God, she was able to get her kids back. They will not be staying with her. Another one you get inside, that children ain't be your own. I'm gonna see some women they love their children past their husband, not be their fault.